All right. Good morning, everybody. So for today's video, I have a little bit of a different thing planned. In the last videos, we covered quite a bit of React. Now I'm gonna switch to Node.js and actually do something about crypto investing. Now you can argue, okay, cryptocurrencies are not really something that you can invest in. It's super risky. Yeah, but I find it quite interesting. Surely in the last couple of weeks, the market got quite a little bit of funding or a lot of traction, let's say. But yeah, also obviously I'm not giving any financial advice. It's just something that I want to do, and if you want to follow along, then that's nice. But yeah, please don't see that as a recommendation for your finances. Now, so my plan is to use a script that invests for me. Now, why do I want to do that? Because the price for certain cryptocurrencies, for example, Bitcoin, goes up and down quite a lot, right? So just in the past month, it was something 25,000 and then went up to 47,000, which is almost double the price, and then it's back down to 39,000 now. And even Bitcoin is, well, one of the more stable ones, right? If you have a look at other ones, for example, Cardano, which went up 300%. So there's obviously, I think that's the reason why people get into that, me included, I have to admit. But yeah, even daily changes of 30% or something like that are not really unusual. So what I'm thinking is I want to take a more, a little bit mid to long-term approach, and I don't mind too much if it goes up one day and then down the next day and then up the day after that. So I want to just keep investing a small amount every day or every 2 days to not be affected by these peaks and lows so much. Now there's the similar approach in stock investing, that you just keep investing. Doesn't matter what the market does. There, people say, okay, just invest every month, which is reasonable, I think, because the market doesn't necessarily move so quickly. But here in crypto, since it moves so quickly, I just thought, okay, maybe every day or every 2 days or something like that would be a good idea. And for that, I don't want to do it myself in the smartphone app or whatnot. I just want to have a script doing that for me. Okay, yeah, that's for the goal, what I'm trying to build. And then the tools that I'm going to be using is Node.js, and then also the Kraken API. So Kraken is a crypto exchange, fairly big, and they have quite nice fees, low fees. Let me just quickly check that. Oops. There is the fee somewhere. Okay, so the fees that we're gonna have is this year. Unless you're trading more than 50,000 US dollars, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, maker fee is 0.16% and taker fee is 0.26%. Now, yeah, the nice thing about that is there's no fixed fee. So I'm gonna use the Euro balance that I have. And I'm gonna just transfer something monthly. Obviously, if you use credit card, something like that, there is a fixed fee, so it's probably not gonna work with that approach. But yeah, once you have some balance there, then only the percentage fees apply, and then it doesn't matter if you make an order for 10 euros or 1,000 euros, right? You're still gonna pay with 0.16 or 0.26%. So that works quite nicely with what I'm trying to build here. Okay, yeah, what else do we need? We need access to Kraken, obviously, right? If we want to use their API to make an order, you need an account there. So I already did that. Need to verify your account and have some balance in there. And then you can start doing that. Well, I can start doing that, and yeah. So, okay. Well, I didn't have a clear structure for this video, so I'm just gonna start coding and see how it goes. Yeah, feel free to follow along if you want to. There's also, as usual, there's the code on in a GitHub repository, which is linked, and then you can check it out. Obviously, be careful with the API keys. I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna say that later on as well, but yeah, you definitely don't want to have them in any repository so that people could see them. Good. Well, okay, I think that's about it for the intro, and let's get started with the implementation. So I checked a little bit. As I said, I don't have a clear structure for this video. So I'm gonna be researching on the go a little bit, but I checked a little bit what is available and how to go about this somewhat. Yeah, so first point would be the API documentation, right? We want to see what's there, what we can use to implement our script. So what I'm thinking is, so we need the current balance, and I'm going to use euro because I live in the EU. If you use US dollar for your main currency, then yeah, shouldn't be big of a change. So we need to fetch our current balance. We need to have a amount per purchase for a crypto coin. So let's say we want to buy 10 euros worth of Bitcoin per day, something like that. We can, I mean, it's easy to tweak that later on. But yeah, and then maybe 10 euros of Ethereum per day and 10 euros of Cardano per day. There's a list of cryptos here, the prices. Yeah, I mean, ideally, if you want to follow along, I hope you know what you're doing and you know what you want to invest in, or which cryptos you want to buy. If not, yeah, definitely make sure to read up on those things before you decide what you're going to buy. I'm probably going to go with this one. Maybe Polkadot, I thought is quite interesting. So something like that. And then obviously it's going to depend on my monthly investing budget, how I'm going to distribute that. One caveat here, which I noticed in the mobile app already, is that they require for a minimum amount that you buy. So I tried, and that is probably because there is the fees, right? And usually they charge the fees in the base currency. There would probably be a way around that, but for now I'm just gonna have like a minimum amount that I'm gonna invest each day or every 2 or 3 days or something like that. So I found the limit to be somewhat $7 because if you go $7 times 0, let's put I'm not sure if that's gonna work, percent. Okay, let me actually bump up the precision here to see. Okay, so yeah, if we get that fee, let's say we get the best fee, we get the, I think it's called maker fee. And then you see that's pretty close to being below $1, right? So if I want to just buy 5 Ethereum or whatever crypto for the value of $5, you see that the fee falls below 1 cent. And I think that's the reason why they don't allow that, because then there's no way for them to charge the fee. Maybe we can try. I'm gonna probably do it just this way, but maybe we can try to let them charge the fee in the target currency, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever coin you buy, and then maybe they're allowed that, because the actual coins, they can be split however you like, right? Yeah, so you can have 0.000 something Bitcoin, and then maybe that's easier to charge the fee there. But yeah, I think that is the reason why they require you to have a minimum amount that you make the order. So yeah, let's say if we say $10 or 10 euros, in that case, doesn't matter what currency that is, the lowest fee that they would charge would be 1.6 cents. And I think that should work. But yeah, as I said, like, this is just my guess. I didn't research it too much. Yeah, feel free to do so. But I found that, yeah, something like 7 euros or something like that works. 5 doesn't work. Okay. All right. And then there is, yeah, I mean, there's a way that you could say, okay, I'm just gonna buy those two on one day and the other two on the next day, or as I said, just trade or order or place an order every 2 days for all of them, or every 3 days, something like that, depending on your budget. I mean, if you have a budget of, let's say, 2,000 euros a day, not a day, sorry, a month, which would be quite a lot, I would say. So 2,000 divided by 4, let's say 4 coins, divided by 30 days would be 16 per coin per day. So you would be over that. If you just have 500, let's say, would be 4, so it would be a little bit well, not enough, right? So you would probably want to have it only every second day, and then we end up with 8 euros or $8, which should be fine. But yeah, let's see later on if we have any problems with that. Okay, well, let's get back to it. So yeah, as I said, we need the current balance. We need a split, or like a definition of what we want to buy and how much we want to buy of that. I'm gonna decide later, and maybe I'm gonna use this one. But yeah, this is up to discussion. I mean, I might change that later. Okay, what else do we need? We need the current price for a pair, for each pair, right? So we want to check what the price is for Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, and whatnot. Why is that? Because I found that if you just place an order at market price, you end up getting a lot lesser price, lower price, higher price, sorry. So you pay more for what you're actually getting, rather than placing a limit order. Now, this all is also something you definitely want to read up on if you don't know what that is, before starting stuff like this. But yeah, so I found that limit orders, you get the actual market price, and if you tell Kraken to give you the best price, and you're just saying, okay, I want to buy, I don't know, 1 Ethereum, they're going to give you a worse price. So I'm going to use limit orders, and yeah, so for that I need the current price, right? Because I do want to have a limit order. So limit order basically says buy at, let's say, okay, so we have Ethereum, right? So what I want to do is buy Ethereum at the price of per ETH, something like this. So this is the specified market price, and then I just want to bump that up to 1,235. So I'm sure I'm going to be over the market price, so my order is successful. Let's say somebody else accepts it. Yeah. This plays into the fees again if you're going to be maker or taker, but yeah, you can read up on that as well. But yeah, somewhat the market price, but as limit orders, so you get the market price and it gets executed. Okay, and for that we need the current market price, which we're going to get with the API. And then what else do we want to do? We need to do some calculation within the script, right? Depending on how much we want to buy, and then lastly we want to place the order, right? And submit that to Kraken, and then so order verification, we can do that, but I'm just gonna check on that manually for now and see if it's successful or not. And then once it's successful a couple of times, I'm sure it's gonna be fine for the next days, let's say. Well, yeah, probably. There's a chance, as I said. So if I enter a price that is below market, probably nobody's going to accept mine. And then if the price keeps rising and rising, this order might not be executed, right? Very unlikely scenario, but it might happen. So even if that happens, yeah, I mean, whatever, right? It's just going to be one day that is being skipped. But usually, I mean, I would say 99.9% of the cases is that the market goes up and down, even if it's just 1 or 2 euros, right? And then at some point your order is going to be taken. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about what I'm going to try. Also, probably I'm going to split that into 2 parts. So the first part is just going to be the implementation of this. And then the second part is going to be how to run this, right? Because if you want to run that each day or even every second day, chances are we don't want to have that. Well, I don't want to have that running on my computer or something like that, right? I want to have some kind of service that runs that for me automatically, and I don't even have to worry about that. Let's say in the background, and I don't need to check my computer or anything like that. So I'm going to set up something, a cron job, to run this script for me that will then automatically place the orders, and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So I have an empty repository, empty JavaScript file, which I'm going to run with Node.js. There you need Node.js to run that. But yeah, you can verify that with node-version, and then this should be fine. Okay, well, so as I said, we're going to use the Kraken API. And I saw they do have, okay, what's going on here? They have API clients. So they have one for Node.js. Very good. And then there we go. So to install it, we just install Kraken API, yarn add Kraken API. There we go. And then they even have an example. So that's perfect. I'm just going to copy and paste that here. Good. So yeah, we do have we do need, so for authenticating, obviously you need to say who you are so they can use your balance and not somebody else's balance to place the order, right? So you need to you need to provide the API key, an API key, and a private key. Now you can do that. Well, you need to obtain an API key. Yeah, let me go to my account. You need to create an API key, and that is in here, security API. There we go. And I already created one, actually created two, but yeah, you could add a key and then make sure to check those. Probably deposit funds and withdraw funds, you don't need that. This also, well, query funds, we do need that. This we would need to check the orders that we created. Modify orders, I think that's to create, and then cancel and close probably we don't need that either. So yeah, I think for this one we probably only want these, or we only need these two, but we're gonna see that later. So yeah, okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, the worst case we're gonna get an error, and then we might need to update the API key with the necessary permissions. Good. Okay, now back to actual coding. So we do have okay, the key and secret. Now here, very important, do not put the actual keys in the code if you're doing that, right? I sometimes do that just to debug, but yeah, be sure to delete them afterwards if you do that. A better way would be to have them as process variables. So what I'm gonna do is process env Kraken API key, very good, and then process env Kraken secret key, good. And then either you go Kraken API key equals your API key and then node source index.js, or, well, this you have to do when running every time, or you go export Kraken API key something, you hit enter, and then you can just go node source index.js. I already did that, right? So that's why I don't want to do it again, otherwise it would override it. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead and do that if you're coding along. And then that should be good. Okay, so we're gonna have, yeah, we're just gonna check our, well, I'm gonna check my balance to see if I have, if that's working, right? If the authorization or if the authentication is set up correctly, if these keys are existent, then I should get a balance in return. If not, then I should get an error. And later on, if when I deploy that, I'm gonna have to set that for the in that environment as well, right? But more on that later. So I'm just gonna run that here and see what I get in return here. So I'm gonna go, let me save that. So I'm gonna say node source index.js, and there we go. Very nice. There's my balance, and then what is important for me right now is my euro balance. I have 475 euros on there, very good, and I can do something with that. Now that means the authentication works. Good. Well, actually, let's use that and save the euro balance, because that's the balance I'm going to use to buy something or to place orders. Const euro balance is this dot, I think it was result. Let me see again. Oops. Okay, the result is that, and then the euro. Okay, dot 0, and then let's see if that works. Okay, we got the euro balance. Perfect. Perfect. All right, that's the first part. let's check back. Second part is amount per purchase. Okay. There. Okay, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have that in an array. So we don't only need the coin identifier. I also need the ticker pair. I read up on the API a little bit earlier, as I said, and then what I would need is the current price for each pair. So get tradable as ticker information. There we go. So we can, I can use this endpoint to get the current price for a pair. So a pair would be Euro and Bitcoin, right? And then I'm also going to use that. Well, probably later I'm going to need that for the order placement as well. But I'm going to use that already to define how much I'm going to invest. So I'm just going to call that config maybe. And then I'm going to have the ticker pair, maybe in an array. Maybe in an array. That might be easier. Okay, ticker, and then we're gonna have, so the first one, yeah, let's do Bitcoin maybe. Bitcoin, and Bitcoin, I think, yeah, there we go, this one. There is an endpoint as well for tradable asset pairs. So I think this one is a public, yeah. So if you don't know which one is yours, yeah, feel free to check out this endpoint. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna try to find mine. One is Bitcoin, as I said, Bitcoin Euro, and that is the one. Okay, amount. So I'm just gonna put 10 for now. Okay, and let's maybe put 1. I'm probably gonna get an error, but yeah, I don't want to just like place all the orders to see what we get. Actually, maybe 10, and then we're just going to use a very low price, so nobody's going to accept that, and then I can cancel the order afterwards. And once that everything's working, I'm just gonna bump up the price. Okay, ticker, next ticker. I said I want Ethereum Euro, so I would guess it's something like Ethereum 0, X Ethereum 0. Okay, that makes sense. Amount also $10. Next one, ticker is gonna be Cardano, very hot right now, so probably ADA Euro. I imagine X stands for crypto and Z for a fiat currency, but not sure. Oops. Nope. ADA. ADA Euro. Okay, well, yeah, was wrong because there is just that ADA Euro. Okay. I have no idea what that X and Z stands for. Maybe you can let me know if you know that. 10, yeah, I can. I mean, I'm just gonna have 10 for everything right now, and then later, I could even have that as environment variable as well. So when once deployed, I can change that very easily. But for now, I'm gonna have it this way. Okay, and then the last one was dot for Polkadot and dot in Euro. Okay. Amount $10. Very good. Now we do want I do want the balance. I have my balance, very good. And then I want to get the ticker information. So ticker information means price. There we go. And the pair is comma delimited list of asset pairs to get info on. Ticker info is this one. Ticker. And then pair right now. Okay, so this is just Bitcoin dollar price, US dollar. So I want my ticker, all of those, right? And since it's a comma delimited list, I'm just gonna have config.map. So I'm just gonna have for each pair, all right, I have an array of pairs. For each pair, I'm gonna return the pair.ticker. Very good. And then I'm gonna join those with a comma. So this should give me .euro, comma, Ethereum euro, comma, and so on, starting with Bitcoin, obviously. And let's see if that works. Okay, let's run that. Okay, we do have something. Yep, ADA euro, .euro, Ethereum euro, and that is US dollar. We want that in euro as well. There we go. Okay, now we have a whole lot of stuff here that that I don't know what it is. So we have the API documentation open. So oops, where is it? Get ticker information. Okay, so now we can decipher what that is. So ask price, bid price, last trade closed, volume array, volume weighted array, average, number of trades, low array, high array, today's opening price. Okay, so I think the only thing that is interesting for me are those two, and actually only I think the ask price, right? So this is what somebody else asked for to give me whatever amount of that coin. And then of that array, I just need the price. Good. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna have the config. Yeah, I'm just gonna add the current price to each config. So config for each, and then I'm not really sure. Yeah, maybe pair. I'm not really sure about the terminology here, what the ticker exactly is. I mean, it's the information, right? But how to call this one, that's the pair config. I don't know. But yeah, so config, for each config that I have, I'm gonna extract the price. So we do have ticker info that we just logged. So it's the ticker info dot result, and then the pair dot ticker, and this gives me this object, and then dot AE, this is the ask price, and then the first element of that. Okay, and this we're gonna apply to the pair dot current price equals. Okay, let's see if that works. Now in these objects, well, that's maybe not the nicest thing to modify them, but I think for this application it's okay. In general, you want to create new objects, new arrays or something like that, but here I don't see a downside to it. Also because the application is very limited, right? We're not going to use that anywhere else. We're not going to pass that anywhere. So here, why not make it dirty? Well, it's working, right? But a little bit dirty. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's run it. Let's see how it is. Okay, there we go. We do have the current price of Bitcoin in euro, current price of Ethereum in euro. I'm just gonna have a float out of that because I might do. Yeah, I want to do some calculations on that later on. Now, I'm gonna check if that's the correct coin, or well, at least if the prices are matching the current pricing that's displayed in on Kraken to see if yeah, if that makes sense. So Bitcoin is currently at 39,162. That's the lowest ask. The current price is 128, which is fine because I think this is the last trade that went through. And Ethereum 122216, yeah. That matches up more or less. I mean, what is that? ADA 1.144, yeah. So that's pretty much it. There might be, yeah, as I said, might be a small difference, but that's probably because, well, first the time delay, and then second also the difference between lowest ask and last order. Well, yeah, matching order. Last exchange. Okay. Now, basically, I wanna simply have for each of those configs, I wanna place an order. Now. Okay. Yeah, just maybe one thing that came to mind is for the general usage. Well, I read through that, and then there is a rate limit for the API, right? So yeah, call counter starts at 0, increase by 2, and then if you reach 15, they don't let you do API calls anymore. So yeah, let's say if we have 7 API calls, and then it decreases again after a while, 7 API calls, we might want to throttle those. Yeah, right now there's 1, 2, and then we're gonna have 4 orders, which is perfectly fine. So that's 6, right? But what we could do is function async function wait, and then we're gonna await return new promise, set timeout. I think every 2 seconds. Get every 3 seconds. Starter. Okay, well, I'm an intermediate, so I reduce by 1 every 2 seconds. I want to wait 2 seconds. Let's say if I want to be really safe. So for the first 2, I don't need to do that. And then I'm actually going to start doing place the orders. So there, after each order, let's say I have more pairs later on, I'm just going to wait for 2 seconds for each trade. So for conspire of configs, config, probably I should call that configs rather than config because it's an array. Okay, let me just log the pair if that's working. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna wait for each of those pairs. Okay, there we go. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Very nice. Okay, works. Okay, well, okay, let's yeah, let's actually do this stuff and place the orders. Add standard order. Okay, well, there's going to be a lot to do. Well, actually not that much, but probably there's a little bit of stuff that I need to decipher a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I want to place an order. Result is add order, I imagine. I mean, there's probably a way to find that out. Yeah, it's probably some way. I mean, I can, yeah. Let's just quickly. Okay, there we go. Add order. They have that that identifier, that method. So I assume that should be fine. And then we need to pass a little bit of stuff in there, right? So the pair is pair.ticker, right? Maybe that's not a ticker. Maybe that should be ID or something like that, but that's fine. Okay, so yeah, the pair ID, and then order type. Well, type, I want to buy something, right? And then order type is going to be limit. Good. And then what else is going to be limit price? Okay, price, yeah, exactly. I read it. Limit price is limit price. So the price I'm going to give is the pair dot current price minus or times 0.2. Remember, I don't want, right now I'm still debugging, so I don't want that to go through. So I'm just saying place a bid for, let's say, Ethereum 1200 and 20% of that, so nobody thinks about accepting my order, and I can just verify if the order goes through correctly. Okay, good. Now, then volume. Okay, and the volume, well, that's a good question. I imagined the volume would be what amount of the coin, right? So I'm just gonna have ADA because that's like about €1, so I can fairly easily. I'm not saying I'm ordering 5 bitcoins or something like that if I make a mistake. Okay, so volume would be volume equals, so we do need to divide the current price by the amount, I think. Pair the amount. Let's verify that maybe. So the current price for ADA would be something like 1.14, I think it was, and divided by the amount 10. No, it's the other way around, I think. Yeah, because that should give me about 1.14. Yeah, okay, so that should give me 8 ADA, or like almost 9 ADA Cardano. Let's do that for Bitcoin. So 10 divided by the Bitcoin price, let's say 40,000. Yeah, a very small amount of Bitcoin. Okay, very good. Yeah, good that I verified that. Okay, and then expire time. Okay, well, the other stuff, order flags. Yeah, this is the thing that I mentioned earlier in base currency or quote currency. So I can maybe try to play around with the quote. So by default, it's the base currency, which is euro. But I can maybe play around with the fee in quote currency and see if I can actually bump it down to 10 below 10, like something like 2 euros or something like that. I'm not sure if that's working or not. But yeah, I can play around with that a little bit. So but that's more for later. Expire time. Yeah, okay. Expire and yeah, okay, that's good. I'm not quite sure how that works. Let me just try that first. Just like so. And then I can maybe play around a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, and then log the result. So I do have my order book here. There's no entries available because just logging for today. And I didn't place any orders today. So let's try that, and then we should have a new order. Okay, current price is not defined. Pair.current price. That's yeah, it's quite exciting to actually make an order, to place an order. Or you can only be specified up to 6 decimals. Okay. Well, what was the volume? Was that the volume? Price? Let me so I can log that better. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, volume is that. Well, it's quite something, and the price is 23 cents. So that's envelope price, yeah, to 6 decimals. Okay. Well, then we need to cut that. Okay. So to cut that would be parse float. So this will not do anything. But then what I'm thinking is we multiply that by 10 to the power of 6, make that a number, well, an integer, oops, parse int times divided by 10e6. Let me just see if that's working. Result is not defined. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, price, that did work, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, actually, I was thinking a little bit. That probably should work. But we can simply go to fixed and then 6, I think. To fixed is not defined. Oop. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, 6. So we only want 6 decimal points, but we still, or I still want to have it as a number. Do I want to have it as a number? I'm not sure. Price. Yeah, not sure. Maybe try that. I'm gonna try that without. Okay. Yeah, let's see if that works. There are invalid arguments volume. Okay. Try. Catch error. Okay, let's see. Well, it's not going to give me any more information. So the volume, order volume in lots. Maybe that needs to be a string as well. Looks good for me. Let's try with 6. I mean, later on, probably I don't want that. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's find out what Kraken invalid argument volume. Okay. Okay, minimum volume issue. That might be something. Has been raised to $5. Yeah, that seems okay. Let me price. Okay, yeah, maybe that's because of the price. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Because I'm saying 10 euros times 20%. Okay. Well, I played myself, I think. Let's do 8. Let's do 8. Still shouldn't be accepted. Invalid argument. Okay. Okay, I'm still gonna make half the market price, but $50. So that should give me 10 euros. It's a shame that they don't have a better error here. Oh, there we go. Result. Okay. Buy 42 ADA. Limit at 58 cents. That's very good. Let me go back here and see if the prices, trades, orders. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there is ADA euro. That looks pretty good. Untouched. Very nice. So I'm gonna switch that back. Well, no, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for now. And yeah, I think I'm gonna continue with the next video. Yeah, so stay tuned. And then next up, we're gonna make the amount correct, try to lower the amount, and try to actually specify a different fee. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, see you in the next one, I would say.